To quote Roy Keane, United's next game is against one of the worst teams you'll ever see in the Premier League in Wolves. But we all know that doesn't really count for much with United. Capable of winning away at Anfield and Selhurst Park, capable of getting 1 point from 6 against Everton and West Ham at Old Trafford. Who knows what United will turn up? Let's run through the team news, changes, any tactical tweaks and Wolves' weaknesses ahead of kickoff on Monday night. Next up for United is Wolves away. And my word, right, you know how I'll preview the game here. I'll speak about the changes that Wolves are going to make, some changes that Ruben Amorim's going to make from that game against West Ham, what's going on in the Premier League. But truth be told, people, all right, this is a little bit of a different match preview to usual because we're playing Wolves, who really are one of the worst Premier League teams in history by the looks of it. 2 points, haven't scored in the last 5. Have lost their last 7 or 8 consecutive games, have had no upturn since Rob Edwards came in. This is a game where categorically United should be winning comfortably, and that's the end of the story. All right? And at a time, what is this? I really do feel that this is like an every single week conversation now. Arsenal dropping points, Chelsea dropping points, Liverpool dropping points. An opportunity knocks. Brighton and Palace are playing later today. Who knows what's going to be going on there? I don't know how many times I have to say this. This really is an every week occurrence in this Premier League season. It's a bit of a mad one. I'm not really seeing a league this season like this. But as far as Wolves go, right? They are rock bottom of the league on 2 points, having scored 7 goals in 14 games. They've lost their last 5 in a row there without scoring a bloody goal. Like, that's what I mean. Like, this is a different sort of prediction, a different preview to normal. If I'm looking at, I'm not going to be looking at one player, right? I'm really not. But Cunha was poor against West Ham, as was all of Manchester United. I really want to see him return to one. I'm sure he will as well. So this game in particular will be quite important for Cunha, and I'm going to be watching that. Let's run through the starting 11s, okay? And there's always going to be some changes, right? You know, João Gomez, he got a yellow card for Wolves, so he's going to be suspended. I think you're probably going to see Bellegarde drop in and Hwang come out and play wide. But this isn't a game. This is what I mean. This isn't a game where I'm going to go into it and say, oh, this might be... They went into that West Ham game, and you knew that the threat was going to come from Bowen or from a set piece. That's exactly how West Ham scored. I look at this game here. Honestly, what am I looking for? What, Larson on a corner? Wolves building out from the back? Wolves will not do anything. They shouldn't do anything. On paper, this is the thing. Like, I'm sure this can get clipped up and taken somewhere else. But this isn't a game where Manchester United need to go into it thinking, how can we stop Wolves? How can we quell the strengths of... Sod that, man. This is where United go there and just focus on ourselves and get the job done. In terms of changes that are going to happen, well, Heaven was given an opportunity against West Ham, and it was tough for him, man. He got a yellow card after 7 minutes. He was very... I suppose excited. He's aggressive, but it didn't quite work out. I imagine De Ligt's going to come back in. Don't actually know why. Was there any confirmation on why De Ligt was actually injured against West Ham? I don't think I saw that. I'm going to presume that De Ligt comes back in. If he doesn't come in, who starts? Probably Yoro. Mazraoui, would I keep him there? I think I would. I think I keep Shaw there as well. I don't particularly think there's going to be any changes in this back 5. Delot, after his first goal against West Ham, but I thought actually Delot has not played too bad in these last couple of games. You see some quotes from Delot that are coming out saying that Manchester United players, they need to become obsessed about playing for the club. Sometimes it's up there. Yeah, just these players like talk the talk. Am I even going to make any other changes really to that team? Am I keeping Cunha up there? Yes. Am I keeping Mbeumo there? Yes. The only question you could really ask is if you're going to be playing Cunha. I don't ever want Cunha to play central, but it's just something that's happened so far. You might see Mason Mount coming on. You can't quite see the subs, actually. They're all a little bit wide. Can I drag them in? No, I can't. Honestly, I don't really think I'm changing anything apart from De Ligt coming back into that team. I don't know how United go into this game. Truth be told, I don't know how United go into this game without a tinge of complacency. Because Wolves are just that bad. I'll say that again. Like, they've lost their last 8. They haven't scored in any of their last 5. Haven't scored since October, I don't think, in the league. And we're playing them. Like, United, just get the job bloody done on Monday night. This really should be like the simplest match preview, the simplest conversation ahead of kickoff. What do I want United to actually change in this game? I mean, we say this all the time, but a fast start. I'm not saying that United have got to come out sprinting out of the blocks, but just like, lads, why on earth do you just start games with such a slower tempo that allows... Because Wolves are going to be nervous. Of course they are. In fact, fans will go into this game like full of trepidation, going, oh, for goodness sake. They're going to be on the edge. Get a goal in the first 15, 20 and just pop anything. Because they make it easier for themselves. If you look at Anfield, for example, scoring after 2 minutes there changed everything. Straight away. Every one of those players was like, they settled into it immediately. And they gave themselves that opportunity. In these last few games, like even Crystal Palace, for example, really good performance in that second half to come back from it. But still, we weren't creating much from open play. Set pieces were the difference maker. And right now, set pieces are the difference maker for United. I know we scored from open play against West Ham. There was a little bit of a fortunate drop towards Delo, but it was a good finish from him. But I'm going to go back to it again there. I really want to see United... I'm not saying building our game around Cunha. And this is the thing that's quite annoying, actually, because if you look at how United are playing this season, we're very, very right heavy. That's where our quality is being going forward, which means that Cunha isn't picking up the ball enough because we're not playing down the left-hand side enough. I don't want to have to talk about tactics. So look, 3-1 United. I don't think that we're going to keep a clean sheet. Obviously, Wolves are going to score their first goal since October against us, but United are going to get it. They have to. They absolutely have to. There's no questions asked here. 3-1. I don't think we need to change too much. I don't think we've been playing great, but you don't have to against one of the worst teams in Premier League history. Get the job done. Move on. Take advantage of the fact that Arsenal dropped points, that Liverpool dropped points, that Chelsea have dropped points, Bournemouth have dropped points. Please, United. Just please. Just do it. That's all I want.